Champions League, the big leagues, kind of no pun intended there. But we are now finally, it feels like it's been a long old Champions League season. These extra group stage games make this feel like kind of a long time coming. But we are through to the quarterfinals. James, beloved Arsenal, has Sporting Lisbon, which I think we'd say is probably the easiest draw of the group, not that James will be complaining. And then we've got absolutely mouth-watering ties, as you only can at this stage in the competition. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Liverpool. James, where do you want to start with this? Do we want to just do a quick overview, or do you want to just jump into the first game? Because obviously this is kind of the stage where we start getting Champions League fever, and the real cream of the crop remains, let's be
Well,
honest.
well, it seems like arguably, well, first of all, what a strong eight we have there. Some of them obviously might not be doing great in their seasons, like a Liverpool, but to me, it's still a really strong eight we have there. I think we have to start off to me with the biggest game, and that's Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, two teams who have, you look at it history wise, probably the biggest two in the history of the Champions League. Man, people will go AC Milan too. And in recent times, how many times of like this of like both teams met in this competition, modern day. Um, Jack, I'm gonna ask you, where do you start with this whole Bayern Munich Real Madrid? Let me not jump into it straight away. Where do you stand by it?
So, kind of full disclosure, I think would be that my watching of La Liga and my watching of the Bundesliga has been very limited this year. But one thing that immediately comes to mind, two things really. First of all, Harry Kane's going absolutely crazy, right? You know, I think this is, I think we'd argue probably quite clearly maybe the best number nine in world football at the moment, doing incredible things. I think we all saw his turn recently and his finish that was really nice. So he's an X factor. But you know what comes to my mind with Real Madrid at the moment, and probably will for the next 5 or so years? Gareth Bale went on the overlap. Gary Neville's podcast thing that he does with Sky Sports and stuff, Sky Bet, I think. And I won't give you the full breakdown, but he goes into quite a lot of detail about a lot of Real Madrid is just vibes. They don't want to be talked to about tactics. They don't want to be told shape or where to go, where to do. They're some of the best players in the world, and they want to just go out and play. And they want the responsibility. They want to be coached, managed, well prepared, maybe told one or two things, maybe in this game. Hey, centre backs, Harry Kane likes to do this, so keep an eye out for it. But outside of that, they're going to let their superstars be superstars and win them the game. They would much rather go out, play that way, and win a game 6-4 than have a really tactical 2-1 or draw and then penalties, right? So my gut tells me that obviously when the big stage comes, and we've said this the entire time we've been recording together, I'm not going to pick against Real Madrid in a major European competition unless I have a very good reason not to. And that's not to dismiss Bayern Munich, by the way. Um, the other thing that I'll mention, James, because I know we talk about this as well, where's the first leg? The first leg's in Madrid. I think Madrid would always prefer it to have the second leg at Madrid. So that's my 2 cents on that game. I'm going to let you go.
Jack, so many different things to kind of take from that game. You mentioned Harry Kane, Jack. It's not just Harry Kane, it's a whole damn Bayern Munich team. They won 6-1 against Atlanta without Harry Kane. Michael Elise is balling out the absolute mind in there. They got Gnabry, Jack. They got so many players like right now who are on such a high horse. And I think the one thing that we questioned was them bringing in Vincent Company and be like, why they brought him in? He got relegated with Burnley. He's come in, Jack. He's like, I think about it. He's Jack. He's actually gotten better. He's like he's taken his Bayern Munich team a step further. And honestly, to me, they are the favorites to like win this competition overall. And again, you look at a player like Harry Kane and like what he's doing in there. They got Emmanuel Neuer in goal, who's had so many incredible Champions League moments in there. And you know what Bayern Munich is like. On the flip side, you have Real Madrid, Jack. And that Man City game, they were written off. And we, as football people, should know this by now. Do not write Real Madrid off. I'm sorry. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. They could have, honestly, a bunch of sticks together. it's Real Madrid. That white shirt, it's the Bernabeu. Anything can happen, Jack. I've seen the maddest stuff in my life, yeah, happen, yeah. Incredible, to me, incredible stuff. I'm gonna say this right now. This might sound crazy. Mbappe, when he comes fit, if Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League, needs to take a backseat to Vinicius. Vinicius is what's going to take. Vinicius is what is going to
Oh,
take Real Madrid to the top. Look at his performances. He is Jed. Jed said this to me. Vinicius in Jack to me in the 2000s, 2000s in like 20s. So from 2020 to now, has been the best Champions League player. So he will lead Real Madrid. So let him lead. The history tells me it's
ego.
it's Real Madrid, but I'm just gonna go Bayern.
Oh my
How
God, are
dare
you
how
really?
dare I do it? How dare I do it? I know it, but I'm just gonna go Bayern. But Jack, let's move on. Jack, let's move on quickly. Let's go into Liverpool versus
Sporting
PSG.
Arsenal.
Okay,
Well,
wait.
so Sporting Arsenal is the other Wednesday game. So I was just going to do it in
Okay,
chronological
go
order.
sport.
Is this as easy as Arsenal? It's not strictly pretty, but Arsenal do really well away from home, nice and tight at the back, take their chances at home, and then go through pretty comfortably, couple goal margin. That's the way it feels to me. I know they've got some talented players, and the Portuguese league is always quite hard to judge, but this is the team that embodies control to me more than any other team that I've seen over the last couple of years is Arsenal. I think they will control this tie. Second leg is at the Emirates. Pretty simple to me.
To me, it depends what Sporting it comes out. Is it the Sporting in the first leg against Braga, or like think about it in the like Jack think about it in the second leg against Braga when they all go all guns blazing? I know it sounds crazy, but I think Sporting need to go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
because a boring out game for Arsenal. I think I think Arsenal don't mind that. I know sitting back will tell you that that Arsenal find it difficult, but I think that's something that Arsenal are willing to do right now. Do I see Sporting troubling us, Jack? Anything can happen, but Jack, I think it's going to be comfortable. Again, Bayern Leverkusen wasn't that comfortable in the first leg. Second leg was comfortable. I see it kind of going that same way. Jack, we're not going to trounce them, but I just see us just getting past them.
Yeah, look, and I think you're probably right. I know you're an Arsenal fan, but it's definitely the least exciting game out of the four that we've got. But James, moving on to the next one, we've got the all Spanish affair of Barcelona at Atletico Madrid. The second leg being at the Wanda Metropolitano. Obviously, bit of a gap in La Liga. So Barcelona by far and away above Atletico Madrid by a good chunk of points. Interestingly, the form table the last 5 games is exactly the same. One loss was 5 games ago, and then 4 subsequent wins. Does this mean that Barcelona and Atletico Madrid catching form at the right time, we're going to get an absolute blockbuster here?
I hope we do get a blockbuster. Jack, you must understand they played in the like in the Copa del Rey recently, and I'm pretty sure the game in aggregate finished 4-3 to Atletico Madrid beating Barcelona 4-0 at home. Barcelona just were unfortunate not to make the complete comeback against them in the second leg, but in the Champions League, I believe in like the history. In the history tells me that Atletico Madrid have Barcelona's number. We've seen an MSN Barcelona. We've seen top level Barcelona teams struggle against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. In the league, whole completely different ball game. But Diego Simeone knows his way around Barcelona. And obviously, Barcelona, very eccentric team, play that high line, the high press in there. But Jack, with that turnover, especially with a player like Lookman's pace in there, that is going to be a massive thing for it's basically going to be a massive thing for Atletico if they can exploit it. I'm going on the history, Jack. I think it's going to be upset. I think Atletico Madrid beats Barcelona.
This, I'm going to say something really dumb, which is, I think, very much dependent on how the first leg goes, is going to dictate how the second leg goes. And I know that sounds so stupid because it's so obvious. But my point by saying that is you've got the home leg at the Nou Camp. If Barcelona can give themselves a decent lead, so at least 2 goals in there, and you make Atletico Madrid have to come out and do it, I think that might prove troubling for Atletico Madrid. Barcelona, however, if it is tight in the first leg, which is what Simeone is going to make it, that second leg is going to be cagey and tough. So anyway, we'll see what happens on that one. I'm really, really excited for this game. And James, I guess a tale of two teams that are kind of going in different directions at the moment. It feels like you've got Liverpool coming up against PSG. First leg is in Paris, second leg is at Anfield. How do you see this one going?
Does that make a difference? They played last season with the exact same way. First leg in Paris, second leg in Anfield, and Paris Saint-Germain still found a way. Jack, this isn't the same Liverpool team as last season. If you remember the first leg, Liverpool got battered, and they came back in the second leg and really gave it to Atletico Madrid. And probably should have went through based on the actual performance that Liverpool gave, the amount of chances that they created in the second leg. But Paris Saint-Germain overall, they were, if you had to go off both both legs, they probably outdid Liverpool. The one thing, Jack, I am going to say is that no, PSG look like they're finding form now. And it's obviously the blip. They had issues with Dembele. And obviously the biggest thing is the euphoria of Jack. They didn't just win. They won the treble, Jack. They won it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally did it all, and having to come back from that right now and go again, having players think about it, having players leave like Donnarumma in there. I think was it Kempembe, like think about it, Kempembe that left. So they had players like the thing about their players coming out of there. It has been it has been a difficult season. They're not even like completely leading all the way in Ligue 1. They're still ahead, but it's not like a landslide like they
One
usually
point.
have, you know. But at the same time, with the way that they performed against Chelsea, Jack, if Liverpool want to go ban for ban with them, I think PSG mollywop them. I really do believe PSG put Liverpool to the sword, just the way they put Chelsea to the sword. So I got PSG.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And, I know everybody watching is an educated fan, and I don't have to tell them this, but this is not the Neymar, Messi, Mbappe era of kind of divas and egos and stuff going on. This is a well-oiled machine. It's taken them a little bit of time to get there, but they're there. And Luis Enrique's done an unbelievable job. That attacking quartet, and even with options on the bench, unbelievable. Barcola, Doué, oh my days, absolutely insane. João Neves working around in the midfield as well,
Vitinha
unbelievable.
is just, oh my days, Jack.
It's crazy. So again, this is probably my favorite team in the world right now to watch play, and I think they are hitting form at the right time. I think you're right, James. It's going to be similar to the Chelsea result would be my prediction. James, anything else from you? That kind of wraps up our preview here.
Quick, Jack, quick fire in there. I just think four really good games, three ones that everybody's going to keep their eye out on. And to me, it really can go either way. And to me, that semi-final, Jack, if everything goes right, we could have a blockbuster. I don't think
It could be unreal.
we've seen a strong semi-final the way it could potentially be going into that, Jack. It's going to be special.
It's going to be amazing. Guys, let us know your predictions down in the comment section. Also, any questions as well. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Until next time, until the second leg, me and James will see you.